Stop! Don't move! Guys, this isn't a scare tactic. It's the truth. What you don't know about San Diego's housing market, all of its different neighborhoods and the lifestyle options, well, it could cost you time, money, and possibly a lot of regret. I am Lynnor Anderson, your go-to San Diego realtor. My dad and I, we have been very fortunate. We have helped over 1,000 families, just like you, with their moves all around this county, including many relocating to and from San Diego, just like we did back in the early 80s when we first moved out here ourselves. Make no mistake, moving is a big deal, financially, strategically, and emotionally. There are a ton of moving parts, big decisions to make, and your regular life, it just doesn't pause while you're trying to figure this all out. That's where we come in, because there are some things that you absolutely need to know about before making this move. Now, the number one mistake we see from our out-of-town buyers is exactly what my own parents did about 45 years ago. People, they assume San Diego is just the beaches and the sunshine. Well, not today. So they start their home search in places like La Jolla, Pacific Beach, and Del Mar. And bam, sticker shock. Back in the day, my mom and dad were driving down Highway 1 and they pop into this little real estate office in Del Mar. The prices were shocking. What they didn't know was just a few miles east in Mira Mesa, they could have bought a brand new home for $60,000 to maybe $100,000, way more doable for a family moving from Louisville, Kentucky. Now, thank goodness, my dad did not stop there. Even without the internet, he had the grit to explore other neighborhoods, and that made all the difference. Doing that kind of research up front, it's key. Guys, here is the truth. 99% of the locals don't live by the beach. We've all found neighborhoods that fit our budgets and our lifestyles, places with privacy, big lots, and great schools, and way fewer monthly fees. All right, let's talk neighborhoods, and I mean the good ones where the locals actually live. Now, first up is Poway, where my dad has lived for the last 22 years. You're in a very highly rated Poway School District, one of the best in San Diego County. There is a wide range of homes here with starter condos from $500,000 to single family homes around $900,000 to $1 million to start. And there are multi-million-dollar estates over near Lake Poway. What makes this city even better, a lot of these homes, they don't have the HOA or the Mello-Roos because it's an older, more established area. Poway has pretty much everything built in. All your shopping is right here. You got your Costco, Trader Joe's, Home Depot. There's even an Amazon Fresh. So you're not leaving town for everyday errands. And yes, to my equine friends, there are even horse trails that are winding all throughout the community. Let's jump to the next community just north of Poway. It's Ranch Bernardo. Now, RB, it's a bit of a sleeper and a big hit at the same time, if that's possible. See, people don't usually Google it when they're searching San Diego, which is really great for you. RB is split by the 15 freeway. See, over on the east side, you're going to find more established neighborhoods, areas with mature trees and classic homes, along with some custom estates in the areas like the trails. Now, on the west side, you got newer builds with tighter lots, and yes, that dreaded HOA and Mello-Roos fees, but the kicker, both sides are going to be in that Poway Unified School District. And that's a huge win for both resale values and for families. And if you're not aware yet, do some homework. RB has an amazing 55 plus community. These aren't sleeper retirement spots. They're actually very friendly, active resort style neighborhoods with built-in social lives. Okay, I'm going to throw in this hidden gem of a city that's not for everyone, but for the right buyer, it could be magic. Ramona is country living with a San Diego twist. Horse properties, big lots, spaces for workshops, barns, gardens, you name it. It's about an hour from downtown, but in return you get privacy, freedom, and lower price points. Semi-rural luxury homes here might run you $1.5 million compared to $2+ million in places like Levenhain or Bonsall. Plus you're an hour to the beach, an hour from the desert, and only about a half an hour up into the mountains to Julian. If you're outdoorsy, this is an area to explore. Now, there is one more spot that I want to show you, Scripps Ranch. It's closer to central San Diego, but it is tucked into this eucalyptus forest, and it's right off of the 15 freeway. Scripps Ranch has a little of everything. You're going to find some starter townhomes. There are single family homes. There are some really big single family homes. Now, this place is super peaceful. It's got a great vibe. Shopping is a little limited, so for your bigger runs, you are going to be heading to Mira Mesa or Poway. But for commuting down to San Diego, this is one of the closest on the list. San Diego is so incredible. It has so many of these little hidden neighborhoods like this. They're tucked into the foothills, and they are off the coast, and they're often overlooked. So don't let the sticker shock on the coast stop you. There are lots of options out here. You just need someone who knows how to find them for you. And that is what we do every day, day in and day out. Hey, after living here for over 40 years, we know San Diego really well. So do get in touch with us. Okay, listen up, because this is really important. Now let's talk about what won't show up on Zillow. HOA and Mello-Roos fees. Now they can be obscure or even hidden online. In reality, it's common to see a $600 a month payment. No joke, especially in the newer communities in what Lennar just built over in Carmel Mountain Ranch, or communities like Del Sur or even San Alejo Hills. These fees, they're on top of your mortgage, your insurance, and utilities. So do not skip on that homework. And you do not need to worry. We can help you through all that, sorting out which neighborhoods do and don't come with all those costs. Also watch out for the photo trickery. You know what I mean. You fall in love online, and then you do your drive-by and you realize that that house that's under the direct airport flight path, or the neighbor next door, they have their car parked on some jack stands on the front lawn, or that house that you fall in love with has a floor plan that makes 0 sense for your family. Online listings, they don't always tell the full story. Dad and I just had a call yesterday with a guy who's been watching our videos, and he's thinking about selling in Oceanside and wants to buy a place with an ADU or maybe a multi-unit. His parents are older and they had to move in with him. Space at his place, it's tight. So we talked him through a couple of different options. He could buy a home with an existing ADU, or he could buy a home with a larger lot where he could build an ADU from scratch. There's also the possibility of getting a duplex or a triplex and renovating it over time. He wants to create sweat equity. Along with the pros and cons of each strategy, we talked about the idea of appreciation and his current use and future use for this new property. And of course, which strategy would provide his family with more cash flow over time. See, his goal is to create family wealth in a way that his regular job can't. It's probably something that you're interested in too, right? Guys, this is the kind of real talk that we have with our clients, because sometimes the dream property you see online, it isn't the right one once you dig into it. We've seen it all. Solar leases that have killed the deal, special assessments nobody planned for. Now, some of these things you can research up front, and others you're going to find out about after the escrow opens up. And that is why it's best to have some solid guidance right from the start on your move. I know that is a lot of information to digest. Buying a home in San Diego takes much more than a Google search. But the good news is you don't have to go and figure this all out by yourself. Here comes the rain. April showers, right? Now, if you are ready to find out what neighborhoods fit you, please reach out. We're here to help people like you buy and sell all over this county, and we're going to help you land in the right spot. To get our free San Diego buyer guide, just comment guide down below, and we're going to send that out to you. It's loaded with need-to-know info that makes everything so much easier for you. Let us help you come up with a solid game plan that works for your needs. Hey, whatever you do, don't make a 7-figure mistake in a city that you barely know. Talk soon.